Good morning, everyone. Okay, good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
How about all of you? Okay, so we'll start now. Last class, we started the fourth module, which is all about pricing.
Good ma'am.
Yeah, good morning. Mute yourself. Somebody's background sound is coming. So last class, we started with module 4 and we started with pricing. So how important pricing is for the marketer. Among all the 4 P's, we saw how important price is, because price is giving revenue to the company, whereas all the other 3 P's is giving cost to the company. So a company has to pay a lot of attention to price, and company has to keep changing the price, keep it flexible according to the changes that happen in the environment, business environment. So pricing decisions are affected by 2 factors: internal factors, that is what is the objectives of the company regarding marketing, what is their marketing mix, what is their costs which they are incurring to produce the product, and what is the organizational considerations. So organizational considerations means who is deciding the price. In small companies, it is the management, the top management only will decide the price. What should be the price of the product? But in large organizations, the many products will be produced. So each product, there will be a product manager, or there will be a product line manager, and that manager will decide the price, and then the management will approve. If it is B2B company, means the customer, the salesperson will negotiate with customer, and then he will decide between the two of them. They will decide on the price, and then the management will approve the price. So this is organizational considerations. So what are the objectives of the company regarding marketing? Do they want to get maximum profit, sales, or do they want to achieve customer satisfaction, or do they want a maximum share in the market? So what is their objective? That will determine what kind of pricing they will do. If customer satisfaction is their main objective, then they will fix the price according to customer. Rakshita, mute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Mute. Sound is coming. Yeah. So if it is customer satisfaction, then their objective, then they will fix the price as how much the customer can pay. for that product. If their marketing objective is to get maximum profit, then the company will decide what should be the price of the product, what margin they should add to the cost so that they will get more profit, so that they will get the maximum profit. So what is the marketing objectives that will decide what price the company will fix, what is their marketing mix, what they have decided for their 4 Ps. So whether it's a luxury product or whether it's a ordinary product, according to that they will fix the price. So marketing mix variables, they will consider if the product is distributed mainly by distributors, then they will fix a large margin for the distributors. A large margin will be added to the cost of that product so that they can give large margins to the retailers or wholesalers who are distributing the product. So what is their marketing mix strategy? What is their product design? Is it a complex product? Then the price will be high. Is it a very simple product? Then the price will not be very high. So how they are doing promotion? Are they doing heavy promotion? Are they doing lot of advertisement? Then the price will go up for the product. Or are they doing very less advertisement? Then the price will be less for the product. So what is the marketing mix strategy? That will also decide the price of product. And usually companies will fix the price as per the customer's requirement, and then they will add the cost of the product. This is known as target costing. So first they will fix the price as per customer's requirement, and then they will add the cost. So cost is very important in pricing. So it is the very base of pricing. In the pricing strategy, cost is very, very important. So companies have to consider the cost. What is the fixed cost? What is the variable cost? What all cost they incurred in producing that product? They will take all the cost. That will be the total cost, plus they will add a small margin or a return. They will add, and that will be the selling price of the product. So usually what companies do, large companies like large MNCs, they will usually sell at very low prices, very, very low prices, where they are getting very low margin, very low returns they are getting. But the aim is they will sell very large volumes. They will sell huge volumes, and by selling huge volumes at very low prices, they get the profit. So this is what most of the companies are doing today. Like Walmart, which is the world's largest retailer, it sells its products at very low prices, at very low margins, which no other competitor can do. Such low margins, such low prices they are selling. So they have become the world's largest retailer. How they are getting the profit is they sell huge quantity in tons. They will sell their product. So that is where they get their profit. So even though the prices are very, very low, margins are very, very low, by selling large quantity of product, they get the profit. So this is how Walmart strategy, they have become the leader, the largest retailer in the world. So organizational considerations, we have seen how in different organizations who decides the prices, that we have seen. So external factors. Now we will see what are the external factors which affect pricing. So one is the market, what kind of market it is. The second is the demand. What is the demand for the product? That is the second factor. And the third is what kind of competition is there. So that also will affect your pricing. So market, what kind of a market is it? Like is it a customer's market, or is it a local market, or is it an international market, or is it a national market? So what kind of market it is, that will decide the price of the product. So if it is a local market, then the price will be low. If it is an international market, then the price will be very high. If it is a national market, then the price will be somewhat acceptable to most of the customers within that particular nation. Then you see what kind of competition is there in the market, whether it is pure competition or perfect competition, whether it is monopolistic competition, or whether it is oligopolistic competition. So what kind of competition is there, that will decide the price. So what is pure competition or perfect competition? Anybody has an idea? Anybody knows what is pure competition or perfect competition? In economics, you would have studied, no? What is monopolistic competition? No? Nobody knows? Say yes.
It's an imperfect competition.
Yeah?
It's an imperfect market competition.
Where? Which one? Monopolistic.
Monopolistic.
Okay, so monopolistic, what happens?
Many producers competing against each other.
No, monopolistic competition is there will be a single seller who will be having the monopoly, who will be having the leadership in the market, who will decide the price for the product. So that is monopolistic competition. Monopoly. One seller will be having monopoly. He will be controlling the market. He will decide the price. He will decide the product that will sell in the market. So that is monopolistic competition. Pure competition or perfect competition is many sellers are there in the market and they are all selling homogeneous product. And that is the pure competition or perfect competition. Oligopolistic competition is the competition that is there in today's current market. So oligopolistic competition means again many sellers are there in the market, many buyers are there in the market, all are selling similar products and all are competing with each other regarding the price, especially the price. They will be competing with each other. So that is what is the current market today. Current market, what we are facing today is the oligopolistic competition, where you see so many sellers. In toothpaste only, you will see so many companies are selling. In shampoos only, you are seeing so many companies are selling. But all are similar products. And there are so many buyers in the market. And these sellers are all competing with each other regarding mostly the price or some product feature or some product benefit. They will be competing with each other. Mostly it will be regarding the price. So this is the what kind of nature the market is having, whether it is pure competition, whether it's monopolistic competition, or whether it is oligopolistic competition. So whatever kind of competition is there in the market, that will affect what kind of pricing the company will follow. So monopolistic competition, one company is deciding monopoly it is having over the market. One company is deciding the price of the product, and the other people have to follow. Other sellers, very few sellers will be there. Those who are there, they have to follow the same pricing. So like that it is. So this kind of what is the market situation, what is the demand for the product, what the customers think regarding the price of your product, what the customers have perception regarding the price of your product, all this will decide what kind of pricing you will fix for your product. If the customer perceives that the price is greater than the value of the product, then they will not buy the product. If the customers perceive that the price is less than the product's value, then the customers will buy, but the company will not get enough profit. The company will get less profit. So what is the customer's perception regarding your price? What is the market situation? What is the competition in the market? What is the demand for the product in the market? If there is huge demand for the product in the market, you can charge a high price for your product. But if there is very less demand for your product, then you have to charge very low price for your product. So all these are the external factors which influence your pricing decision. So what kind of competition is there in the market? Who are the competitors who are competing with you? What is their strategy? What is their pricing strategy? What is their products? What is their cost? What is their prices for those products? All these things you have to take into consideration when you are fixing your price for your product. So some companies, they want to have leadership regarding price. They want to be the company which is charging only that price, like how Jio came with rupee 1 internet. That was the only company at that time which was selling so low. So some companies will go for low price, low margin strategy, like how Walmart is doing. They are charging very, very low prices and they are getting very, very low margin. But they are able to beat competition because nobody can sell at that low price. Nobody can get profit like how they are doing at low price. How they are getting the profit is because they are able to sell in huge volumes. They are able to sell in tons their product. So this is how Walmart became the topmost retailer in the world. So this is how you can keep competition under control. So these factors, competition factor also is very important when you are fixing the price. Then other factors which you have to see in the environment is the economic condition, whether there is boom in the economy, whether there is recession in the economy, whether there is inflation or whether there is deflation in the economy. What is the interest rates? Is it very high? Is it very low? So that will affect your price. So if there is boom in the economy, will you charge a high price or will you charge a low price for your product? Tell me. If the economy is booming, the economy is doing very well, will you charge a high price or will you charge a low price for your product?
High price, ma'am.
Yes, you will charge a high price. The opposite you will do when the economy is in recession. Because the economy is not doing well in recession, we almost went into recession during the lockdown period. So during that time, the companies slashed the prices of their products. They started offering very huge discounts, 50% off, 70% off, 60% off on products because nobody was buying their product. People didn't have the purchasing power to buy the products. So in order to induce the customers to buy the products during recession time, the companies cannot charge a high price. They have to charge very low prices or they have to slash their prices. Very heavy discounts they have to give. So in inflation time, when the prices of things are very, very high, again, the company may choose to sell the product at a very high price, but they may not get very good profits. So because things of prices of products of other things are very high, inflation is there. During deflation, when everything is at a low price, then the company also will have to reduce the price of its product. So the same way interest rates are high, the people will not have spending power, they will not have money in hand to buy the products. So company will have to reduce the price of their products in order to get sales, in order to clear their stock. So all these factors, what is the economic conditions, what is the production cost for you in producing the product, what the customers think about the price of your product, about the value of your product. So what they think about it, that will also influence what kind of pricing you will have. So how much margin you are giving to the marketing intermediaries, that is wholesalers and retailers. Are you giving them a very high margin? Then you have to include that in your price of the product. Then the price of your product will go very high. If you are giving very low margin to your wholesalers and retailers, then you can add up a very low cost, low margin to your product, then your product price will go down. So what is the government policies regarding pricing? Like government has given subsidy for so many products. So in order to help the weaker sections of society, they are giving PDS, that is the public distribution system, where ration shop they are selling so many products at very low prices. So companies have to follow the government policy and they have to sell those products at very low prices, because the government policy is they want to help the weaker part of society. So like this, these are all the other environmental factors. What is the economic condition? What is the interest rate? What is the savings rate of customers? What is the production cost for you? What customers think about your product and the value, how much they place for your product, how much you are giving to retailers and wholesalers, how much margin you are giving, what is the government policy on certain pricing of certain products. All this has to be taken into consideration when you are fixing the pricing of your product. So companies will have many objectives when they are doing pricing. So these are all the objectives, these are all the goals they have when they are doing pricing. Most common objective is maximum profit they want in the short term or in the long term. That is the most common objective. Almost all the companies have this objective, get maximum profit in the short term or in the long term. The other objective is to get minimum returns. How much investment they have given, they should get minimum returns on that. So the third objective is they want to get market share. Some targeted market share they will be having, they want to achieve that. Like how Amazon, McDonald's, all these are foreign companies who have come up and doing their business in India. So in the beginning, they will not look for profit. In the beginning, they will not look for returns on their investment. They will be mainly interested in getting market share. So they will be planning that this much market share I should get. This is my targeted market share. This is what I should get. In the process, if they lose profit also, they don't mind. But first they want to capture the market. They want to get the Indian market. So this is what foreign companies will do in the beginning. They will not look for profit. They will not look for return, but they will look for capturing maximum of the Indian market. So another objective is they want to enter new markets. So or they want to go deeper into the existing market, deeper penetration they want to do. They want to go into existing market. So now you see many of the companies, they are targeting small towns and villages with their products. They are doing lot of advertisement in the rural market. So they have already covered the cities, they have already covered the metros in India, and their product is saturated. It is filled in the cities and metros. Now they want to target the smaller towns and the village areas. So they will do lot of advertisement in the rural areas, rural market. So to get the customers from there. So that is penetration into the existing market, going deeper into the existing market. So another objective is they want to get leadership regarding price. They want to be the price leaders in the market, or they want to be a price follower. They want to charge the same price as what competition is charging. The same price they will charge, or they want to start a price war to beat competition. That is what some of the popular companies you will see in the market doing. One company will reduce by 1 rupee, then the other company will immediately follow by reducing the price of their product. So like this war will be going on, price war amongst them. So this is to compete with each other, to beat competition. So another objective is they want to achieve very fast sales, so that they can improve their cash flow. The cash, how much is available in the company, that should improve. So they want very quick sales. So they may be having stock of products which is not sold. It is lying in the warehouse. It is not being sold. So then the objective is to reduce the price, give hefty discount, give 50% discount, give 60% discount, and clear all the stock from their warehouse. So these are all the objectives, some of the objectives which companies will adopt depending on what they want with regard to price. So these are some of the pricing objectives. So if you get a case study regarding price, suppose you got a case study on some company and they have talked about the price, then you should remember these objectives and you can apply some of these objectives in the case study, and you can give that as a solution in the case study. So now the next topic is pricing strategies. This is an important topic. This you will get questions in your question paper. What are the pricing strategies? Or they will specifically ask what is demand-based pricing or cost-based pricing, explain. So pricing strategies, please don't miss this topic. You should know pricing strategies. What are the different pricing strategies? So these are the different pricing strategies: cost-based pricing, demand-based pricing, competition-oriented pricing, value pricing, product line pricing, tender pricing, affordability-based pricing, differentiated pricing, psychological pricing, and some more are there. I think that's it. Okay. So these are the pricing strategies. So based on cost, you will have decide your price. Based on demand for your product, you will decide the price. If demand is high, then high price for your product. If demand is low, then low price for your product. Depending on competition, you will fix the price. If competition is very intense in the market, very strong in the market, then you will accordingly decide the price. You will bring the price a little low. If competition is not there in the market and you are the only company who's selling in the market, then you can charge any price you want. you can fix any price. So depending on the value, what value your product is giving, you can decide the product price. Depending on your product line, you can decide the price. Like I told you, all the soaps which is sold by a company will be their product line. So you will decide the earlier soaps, what are the pricing I fixed. Depending on that, you will fix the pricing for the new soap that you have added in that product line. So tender pricing, depending on the tender that you have floated, depending on affordability, how much customers can afford, how much they can pay for your product. Depending on that, you will fix the price. Differentiated pricing means you want to be different from other companies. You want to show that you are a different company from other companies. So you will charge a different price. Psychological pricing means it plays on the psychology of customers. That is to make the customers psychologically happy, to make them feel that they are happy, they got a price at such a low price. That kind of pricing they will fix. That is psychological pricing. So cost-based pricing is a very common method based on the cost, how much it costs you to produce the product. So in that, the strategies are markup pricing or cost plus pricing. That means along with the cost, you will add a margin, that is markup. So what is the returns you want, or what is the margin you want, you will fix to the cost. So absorption cost pricing is you will take the full cost of the product, how much the variable cost, how much the fixed cost, everything you will take. That will be your total cost. In that, you will add a margin. So that is known as absorption cost pricing. So target rate pricing, that means depending on what is your target, what is the company's target, how much returns they want from the product. So depending on that, they will fix the margin. So they will calculate it very rationally. They will do all the calculations and they will decide this is the returns I want from the product price. So this is the margin. They will calculate it very carefully and then they will add it up to the cost of the product. So that is known as target rate of return pricing. Marginal cost pricing means you want to maximize your fixed cost. You want to maximize the returns from your fixed cost. So all your variable cost, fixed cost, you want to recover in your price of your product. So that is known as marginal cost pricing. Cost-based pricing means you will, based on the cost, how much it cost you to produce the product, you will see the break-even point. Break-even point is where the total cost is equal to total revenue. That means profit is zero at break-even point. So break-even point, you are neither at profit nor at loss. So that is the point at which you will fix your price. Cost-based pricing, where you are not expecting any profit and neither you are going for any loss. So at the break-even point, what is the point for the break-even point for the number of units that you will produce and sell, where you will reach the break-even point? That will be the price you will fix for your product. So demand-based pricing means this is also a very common method. How much demand is there for your product, or what the market can take, how much the market can take regarding your pricing. So here is where you will use your skimming pricing strategy and penetration pricing strategy. Skimming pricing strategy we spoke about in the last class, where they will charge a very high price in the beginning when the product is newly introduced. We studied this in a new product introduction. We studied this. So when a new product is just introduced, they will follow skimming pricing strategy. That means they will introduce the product at very high prices. So they will catch all the cream customers. Cream customers are those customers who can afford to pay very high prices. They are the premium customers. So they will grab all the premium customers in the market, those who can afford to pay very high prices. So penetration pricing is the opposite, where you introduce the product at very low prices. So you will grab all the customers who are middle class and lower class, all those customers who cannot afford very high prices. So you are penetrating, you are going deep into the market and you are grabbing all the customers who can afford to pay only low prices. So this is how the demand-based or market-based pricing is done. So how much the customer is willing to pay, depending on that, you will fix the price. So the two pricing methods is skimming and penetration pricing methods, which is mainly used for introduction of new products. So you can get high profits in the short term by using this demand-based pricing or market-based pricing. In a very short period of time, you can get high profits. So I'll stop here. So your third internals, did ma'am tell you your third internals is starting from when?
7th, ma'am.
Yeah, 7th. So all of you are writing in my subject?
Yes.
Yes? No. Okay, Shashikala is not writing. Who else is not writing? Okay, who all are present? Afreen, Aparna is not there. Bharat was there, no? Bharat came.
Yes, ma'am.
Danusha is there? Yeah.
Ma'am, writing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. I told yes.
Okay. Dilip, Dinesh is not there. Firdos is there? Sultan,
Yes, ma'am.
that is Shashikala. She is replying for Firdos. Gayatri, Hemant, Jayashree, no. Manohar, Nalina is there. Nivedita also.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Pawan was there? Yeah.